welcome back to another one. Today we're going to be talking about how to install a new chain on your dirt bike. So the first thing you're going to need is obviously a new chain. With the end that goes on the inside so it doesn't have the master link, I'm going to start on top with the chain and just feed it forwards into the front sprocket. I have the bike in neutral, and I'm going to feed this through forwards. Down here I've got to go over my chain guide. Then I need to feed the chain through this lower chain guide so that it comes out on the back sprocket. Now with it on the back sprocket, I'm just going to spin the wheel over. Now here I have the start. That's fed all the way through the bike, comes back to here. I can pull my slack. And I have my end. But before I go ahead and trim this, I need to make sure that my axle is slid forward. Otherwise, I'm going to cut this too long to start with. So to loosen this up, I'm just going to take my 12mm, loosen the stop nut. I'm going to back this up as far as I can. So I'm going to back this stopper nut all the way to where this 10mm bolt starts. And then I'm going to take the 10mm bolt and I'm going to screw it all the way into the lower swing arm. Now with this side screwed all the way in, I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Alright, this is all the way forward now. I've got a good gap between here. Now I need to loosen up this axle nut so that I can slide this axle forward. I'm going to go ahead and push this whole tire forwards. Now I got the tire as far forward as I can. I'm going to pull all the slack out of my chain. Set it down into the nearest groove. And that'll actually be perfect. So what we're looking for here is to be able to end the chain on 2 inside links, because the master can only go on the outside to outside. So for example, if this was 1 tooth back like this, the master link would not work. It would not be able to go from this inside link to this outside link. So once you feed this around, depending on where this lines up, if you have one line up like this and your axle's all the way forward as it can get, you need to slide your axle backwards, essentially, to get to the next tooth further away. And then now we have an inside link to an inside link. And then you would just adjust your chain tensioner accordingly. So now I need to get this pin out right here. And there's two ways to do that. One, I can grind this down and then hit it out with a punch. Or the other way is to use a chain breaker, and essentially it just pushes this all the way through. I like grinding it down and then pushing it through, so kind of using both methods. So now that this is ground down flush, before I try to use my pushing tool, I'm going to take a little punch, stick it in the middle, and see if I can't just knock it out right now. Nope, not coming out. So I got this chain tool. I believe I got it at Harbor Freight. I'm going to go ahead and back it out all the way. Slide it over the chain. And get it lined up straight with the center of that link. So right here I have that pin on the tool lined up right in the center of the link. And then as I tighten this bolt to the right, that pin's going to slide through and it's going to push the inside of that link out. So the key is here just to make sure that this little push rod stays good, center, and true inside of this chain. That took a decent amount of force to get that to break free. Now that it's broke free, it's turning pretty easy. Alright, here's what that pin's going to look like. A little tip to help you remove these master links that come pre-installed. What you want to do is take a flathead screwdriver. You're going to stick it in right here sideways and then twist the screwdriver. When you do that, it'll open up this hole and then just slide it off. And it'll just go from being here, it'll just pop it right off. So you're going to stick your screwdriver in right here and twist. Then after you do that, you stick your screwdriver in this little crevice and just work this link out. And then pull this out. Now you can throw this little piece of chain away. So installing the master link, you're going to take this piece from the back side, slide it through the two open holes like that. You're going to take your flat piece, slide it over on this side. Then you're going to take your clip and install it this way with the open side facing the back of the bike. Do not install the clip facing forwards, because if you hit a stick or a rock or something while this chain's going around, it'll open this up and you'll lose your chain. So make sure you install this facing the back. We'll slide it over the link through this hole and then pull it back until it clicks. It's easiest to do this part with a pair of pliers. Just like that. Now the chain part's done. I need to set my chain tension with my adjuster bolts, lock my 32mm axle nut down. I'm good to go, ready to ride again. So I got a rag in my chain. I slide my wheel backwards and that pulls this axle all the way tight. I'm exactly 7 marks on each side. So I'm going to go ahead and lock down my 12mm, and then I'll lock down that big axle nut and this job's done. Don't forget to remove your rag.